Hello, hello, everyone here at the CCA. Tonight, we have quite the doozy and a surprise of a match here coming up here. We have Carne Inksada Fries coming from the University of San Diego State University versus LG Nightfall, University of Texas at Austin here. This is a Divisions 2 semifinals match here on a Monday night, but I am not alone in this charade.
This is where the laugh comes in. You are not alone. I am here joining you. I am Devi. It's been a while since I've commentated a CCA event. I think it was one of the tournaments that CCA had on that I got to come and commentate the last time. But we are here to commentate this Div 2 matchup, and I know I'm definitely hyped, and I know it might go off being just like, you're going to be a little biased because your own teammate is on one of the teams. Don't worry. Both teams, I believe, are going to put on a solid show. So I am ready to see this.
Absolutely, Debbie. Good to have you back. I think the last time we had you here was Booyah Bowl 2, so
That was it, yep.
Yep, glad we can have you here once again tonight here for this matchup here, as we're going to get started here on Clamblitz Scorch Gorge. What do you think of this map mode here in particular?
This one, let's just say this one is definitely, like, this map mode in particular, every time that I've commed it, there's always been something that happens that blows my mind. Either there's one play that happens on a Clam Scorch game that just turns the tables. So
this could be either seen as the Debbie curse or the Debbie blessing here, folks.
I know. Look, ever since Snapper Canal Myopsitis thing from IPL, I've been like, every time on Clamblitz something insane happens. So I'm expecting something insane to happen every time. But since it's the first game, you never know. And going off of just kind of like reading the sheets of how these teams have been doing in their matchups and all that, both of them have only went down one set, and both have had quite the head-to-heads in their sets. Looking at the scoreboards here, so this is gonna be quite the fire set here.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, I am hyped. I am locked in here because, as you said before, these teams right here that are participating here only dropped one set throughout the group stages, right? What was it? Carne and Inksada only dropping a set to UCSD Blue, while we have Nightfall dropping a game to Coastal Squid and Surf, which is seen as the king shark here in Division 2 right now at the moment. But hey, both of these teams won their initial playoff matches and now are in the semifinals. They have to secure their title to be in grand finals here, Debbie.
And also, I was looking at the weapons that both teams are bringing out here too. Both teams have a player that only uses one weapon, and both teams also have a Dynamo user, which I find absolutely amazing because the Dynamos are resurfacing, and I love being able to see them again. And I know people are just like, it's the Dynamos, like they'll resurface and be like, no, we need to change, right? No, like, the Dynamos, when they get in where they want to go, are amazing. And I mean, I play with one, Cook plays with one on our team and here, or I should say, and on Guarding Inksada Fries, and we see that Nightfall also has a Dynamo. So that's going to be one matchup if we get both Dynamos in play.
Yeah, the Dynamo is one of those weapons that just, like, if you're not keeping track of it, it'll just simply diff you at certain times, right? I like to make the equivalent is the quiet kid in class. You don't expect them to turn out of nothing, but then once they do show up and throw down, they do have some hands, if I do say so myself.
And I do remember watching Carne Inksada Fries' last playoff game on stream, and I definitely remember Strawberry absolutely going ham with that Dynamo, so that'll be great to see when it appears.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dynamo is always one of those weapons that you don't typically get to see at like college level, but hey, here in the CCA, right, college students here are leading the way to the future, and the future is apparently Dynamo, apparently.
It looks like we're just getting set to go. And again, just going back to kind of like the map here, we have, again, several options. Just going by what the teams have for people coming into play, it doesn't look like we're going to see Dynamo right off the get-go for Carne and Inksada fries. But going off of what they do have one that can take range. They do have the crab option as well. And something that's really good, speaking from experience, is having a crab on one side, long range on the other, pinching the other team back. That can create an opening. Meanwhile, on the other side, it looks like that they're... I'm just double checking and making sure of what I see here. Okay, so it looks like that the 52 gala that I saw before isn't going to be in this one here, but they could potentially bring... Nightfall could potentially bring their Dynamo out here, or stick with the Hero Shot Splash. So we might have a crab war.
Might have a crab war,
I guess, we should say a crab rave, because that makes more sense,
Yeah, I know.
But both teams do have some pretty solid pushing options to be able to get that clam basket open and get a good amount of points. It's just rotations, how they have their resources. But yeah.
Absolutely, right? Getting up to that rep is going to be the hardest part of this map here, right? Just as you mentioned before, the crab is going to be a great tool for opening up your teammates to be able to move up into that ramp area to score the clams there. But hey, it's only 5 seconds here on the clock, Devi. I am locked in. I am all set. I am hydrated. I am ready for this matchup to happen here, right now.
And here we go. We're getting to go on the map here. Now let's see what we're bringing out for comps here. We do see the just kind of like a traditional comp on Carne and Inksada fries, and it's half the same on the other one. But we've got a Tetras and a Tri Nouveau making an appearance for Nightfall, which means that both teams do have access to cooler option, just have a different way of applying it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Cooler is one amazing special here, right? Just being able to output it and maintain the momentum just with the instant respawn and the special saber right now. But hey, it seems like Carne and Inksada is just going to paint up mid right here. There's all yellow here in mid right now, with the ball point looking to move up here slowly but surely. A crab gets popped as well as the members look for a way to enter into Nightfall spawn.
Carne and Inksada fries popping that crab there, is able to briefly hit the ones on the side there. Unable to get the pick, but in return it looks like the zap goes down on the side of Carne and Inksada. We see dashing away for their life. The pun intended. Reef Slider appearing. Inkjet able to collapse on it with the rest of the team, and I like how Carne and Inksada fries backed up with that and prepared in to follow up when those specials ended, because they just had a two-person advantage there. And we see it's more of a neutral state in mid, but Carne and Inksada do have more of the side. That bomb pick was really good there, able to stall a potential push from happening, and we still see kind of a neutral state in mid as we see the Zuka trying to find that shot and is able to land it on the power clam holder right there.
Oh yeah, try Zuka here. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. One of those shots is going to find you right now. And right now, LGE Nightfall is going to be looking to start their push. A jet goes down. 2 members of Carne fall down. The basket is wide open right now, and both points are being scored here, Debbie.
We see Galaxy hiding underneath, just trying to stay alive here, but does end up going back out and back in to get a clam. It looks like the ballpoint plus friends are able to pick off the Tri-Slasher there. It looks like they do manage to get 3 down. Very nice patience there from Carne and Inksada fries. Like, yes, we got Nightfall, did get a pretty solid lead here, but now look at how Carne and Inksada fries is moving right back in. Played it patient, was able to defend. Now they have resources to push Nightfall back, but we'll see if Nightfall can counteract this potential push here. It looks like the Tetras do get caught out in the pit here. Inkjet's done. We got a Zuka coming out right now, and it looks like we see in the base here, but they're being caught out on this ramp here.
Yeah, this ramp right now is being hotly contested right now. As I said before, one of the most important areas you get in control before you get to that clam basket right here. But the random Zuka shot comes down and raids upon the clam carrier right now, and Carne and Inksada is on the back foot, needing to back up right now, and just, but wait, there's one of their members that sneaked up over there, and are going to try and take the power glam here and jump in and be able to take the basket wide open here. But hey, you know what you got to do, what you got to do to get that clam basket wide open here, as 3 members go down.
It's going in kind of reverse here. The Tri-Slasher doing Tri-Slasher things, punishing the other 3, and the Zuka shot from earlier, it wasn't just a random Zuka shot. Barnyard had the clam and became a mobile, beacon. They were a moving target, so the Zuka just tracked them perfectly. And that's actually happened twice now to the power clam holders of Carne and Inksada Fries. They're trying to flee from the specials, but they're not dropping the clam when trying to flee, so they're getting picked out by these Zukas that are trailing them.
Absolutely, these Zukas here are being traded back and forth here, but it's not just the Zukas coming out in action. These jet battles are insane right now. They are diving up there in the sky right now. It's an air raid right now. Anything up in that sky is going to go down anytime here, but two members of Carne and Inksada fall down here as they look for, as Nightfall looks for an opportunity to push forward. Two power clams are on their possession right now, and as they look for a way to open, Cooler gets popped right now. Tri-Saucer trying to take that ramp here. Everything in the kitchen sink is being thrown there to be able to push that, but hey, Zuka gets popped, one falls down, two about to fall in there, and the basket goes wide open here, Debbie.
This is getting a little bit in a tight spot for Carne and Inksada here, as they did have kind of a 3-down scenario, but staying alive on the side, one able to go in and get more clams, but a fight did have to be taken on the other side, so it was being allowed to let in. But it looks like they did get pushed back. Crab is appearing, and it looks like a power clam has been made on the side here. They do have resources. They did pick off the Tetradualies, which is good. They have a chance to move in and take a bit of space here. They do have to be aware that an Inkjet is prepared on the other side. That is where it is. They are targeting here. Tia unable to get the picks here. Staying alive underneath. They're able to score. And we'll see how much follow-up Carne and Inksada Fries can get here. They do have some economy to put in. They just have to keep an eye on the ones around the side of Snipe here.
Absolutely. Just right now, that basket being pushed wide open, just being funneled slowly with clams.
Oh no,
the power clam spawn is coming in with a jump here. They might be able to swap the lead.
No, it's too far, but dashing underneath, they got the wipe! Did they get that? Didn't count! Game, that's not fair! That is not fair, game!
That is not fair, indeed. But hey, unfortunately, that's gonna have the cookie crumbles right there, as the name implies. Oh, you hate to see that if you're a Carne and Inksada.
No! Oh my gosh, I feel this pain so much. And if that, I didn't see what if that was actually going to give them the lead or not if they were at a penalty.
What was it? I believe
it would have got it. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I was pretty sure. The game said no on the timer, and it's so annoying. Like, just take a look back afterwards. Like, we see that Nightfall gets the solid push here as well. We see that is trying to take a fight on the other side, then turns around back, and we see how Carne and Inksada Fries is nice at being patient on their defense. Like, even if they have to let a couple points score, they are doing well at stopping on the defense there. And then, yep, this is kind of, I believe, where we see this happen close to it in the last bit here. Carne and Inksada Fries moves in, and it looked really close because Nightfall was in a good spot on the side there. Carne and Inksada Fries able to collapse on the Tri-Slosher afterwards. I believe it is this one. Yeah. Moves in with dashing. Yep, there we go. There's the other one. And we see this jump coming in, and just watch how close this is. It's just like, it's right there. Unfortunately, like, the initial jump was too far back, so we have to swim in and get it, but by the time dashing goes for it, the timer's already up, and the basket just eats it for dinner. And it doesn't count.
You hate to see the clam basket be extra hungry tonight here, where the points just don't even count here. But hey, you gotta give it to Carne and Inksada to be able to keep all that momentum there at the end there. But hey, this is certainly setting the tone for the set right here. You did say something crazy will happen usually on Blitz Scorch.
There it is.
And there it is here.
There it is.
The same frame, what was it, Power Clam Dunk just completely eats the Power Clam there.
Yeah,
but
as soon as sometimes, like, yeah, it's a really annoying thing, but as soon as the timer's up, it's like, even though the basket still shows it's down, if you get it in right when the timer's out, it will not count. And it's happened to most of us, and it is pain when it does. But that shouldn't deter Carne and Inksada Fries' energy, because they would have had that game at the end there. Like, they had the pushback, they had it secured, they managed to win the battle, so they are still 100% in this. It is not over there, and it should not let them feel down at any means, because they did have that at the very end. And Nightfall will have to realize that Carne Inksada Fries is not going down without a fight in the last few seconds where it counts. So,
oh yeah, especially the what was it? Hands were being tossed there in the last couple of minutes right there. They were scraping, they were scrapping. Bloodbath in mid there for like nearly the 90% of the game right there. I don't know what other adjectives or metaphors I can make here to describe the scrappiness of these two teams here, but hey, we'll see how they take that scrappiness all the way over to splat zones on Barnacle and Dime.
Ooh, this one here, and we did see a change. Look who's here. The Dynamo Strawberry has made an appearance.
The Dynamo is
here. 52, along with the 52, which I saw. The one that only had 52 listed on their list, just like with the splash. But Dynamo has made an appearance. It is the Gold Dynamo. And I know that when Strawberry gets into play, can really cover that right ledge, like both right and left ledge. If one is under there, like the Dynamo just has it covered. Take with the teammate there, oh boy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dynamo is very strong, but hey, right now it's just already bloodbath in mid here. Carne Inksada already trying to dominate the zone right now. One going over here, and two going down. The Jet is a hero taking two down with them as Nightfall looks for a way to take over that platform over there.
Yeah, the Inkjet able to get a couple solid picks there, and I think, oh my gosh, Dashing, hello, we see you. Dashing there got cut out by the Inkjet initially, but it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna get payback. Here's a double shot Zuka, and getting a third on top of that, and Carne Inksada Fries is just taking it right back.
Yep. A buy one, get one free deal, but with the Trizuka specialty here, right? Not only is that going to be a good cash out there for Carne, they're going to take this lead here and set up on that platform right there. As you said before, Strawberry is in position here with this Dynamo, getting ready to just shut down anyone or anything that comes into this line of sight right now. But no, two go down on the side of Carne, three go down as Nightfall is going to look for their way to just get through here with the splash being left out and barely trying to hold on for their dear life.
You see, holding on for dear life does get 2v1, but they end up actually taking two down in the process of that single-handed defense. Even in the 2v1, able to trade one. Strawberry here just tossing a bomb, just making sure that everyone's backed off, using the ink just to flush everyone off. Dashing here, trying to get a pick here. We saw one did end up coming back up onto Strawberry here. The ballpoint taking a really aggressive position here and using this Inkjet to a T here. Like this Inkjet from the ballpoint has been giving Carne Inksada Fries a lot of trouble. Like they are shutting down Strawberry here and able to get one more pick on another one of the shooters to help get back on the zone. And it's giving Carne Inksada Fries a tougher time here to get back in.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is a very difficult situation for trying to get back in here, but hey, throwing the specials at the wall here, two will fall down here is, you know what? This is just another back and forth. It's a pendulum right now, Debbie.
It's just one of those marbles moving back and forth on the swing. We see fights going down in this bottom corner. Great tag team there. We've seen the zaps go down. I didn't see where, but control is there. But look, we've got two specials on the side of Nightfall. Here comes that Inkjet. This Inkjet's been pretty good at finding an advantage. It looks like they weren't able to get a shot here. I lied. They were able to get one right at the very end. We see the Zuka following up as well. And the Crab able to come out for the counter. The zone does get recapped here, but it's not going to be for long. Even though penalty is applied here, it's going in one of... It's very neutral right now, actually, but it is more here in Carne Inksada Fries' favor as a wipeout does end up occurring here. Here we go.
Here we go. It's not just... It's commentator's curse, be blessed here as we get
I was hesitant there because I was like, okay, Carne Inksada has it, and then I'm like, wait, Nightfall does have the better outcome here, but the counterattack, oh no, that was a bomb off a wall, I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah, that was a suction bomb here, but hey, the bombs don't matter with this Inkjet up in the sky right now. Being recalled here, dashing on this Trizuka here, attempting to flip this lead here and push up to that platform, but unfortunately goes down here, Debbie.
Yeah, I mean, Carne Inksada Fries does have to hold it here. There's two down. It looks like T's trying to get in the middle here, is able to neutralize, able to get a pick on Dashing. Dynamo and able to get a pick on the ballpoint there in the corner, but I will say T definitely fought for their life in the middle there, and it looks like they just didn't have quite the amount of ink to keep short fire shooting. I felt that pain before.
Oh my gosh. Fighting for their lives might be an understatement. More like walking a tightrope of death, honestly, would be a more prominent.
We don't even know how to word it sometimes. It's just like, it's just that tight. But what a game, back and forth from both. Both of these teams are showing that they have a very solid, effective countermeasure when another team is trying to push. It's just, which one is going to backfire first?
Exactly, right? Because I always think, like, on Barnacle and Dime especially, that, like, oh, it's so hard to break into mid here. You know, you're going to need, like, 2 or 3 specials, and Carne Inksada Fry just heard that and just immediately tossed everything in the kitchen sink to get the back control here in mid, as we see in this replay.
Nightfall did too. Like, every time when the Inkjet popped, there was always somebody that got picked on each Inkjet. It's just every time when the Inkjet finished, the Zuka would come out from Carne Inksada Fries, and typically they would either get a double or an assisted double.
Oh my goodness, man! It's like a repeated chorus, right? The Trizuka gets followed by the Inkjet, and vice versa, right? Harmony at its finest.
Yeah, and then we could just see how both teams, they just always go up and take control of that stack up top to make sure it didn't happen. Oh, I didn't even see that. Replay catching the unfortunate swim by the shot there on Nightfall. But it was either they go for a swim or I think they would have went down to the Dynamo there. So
yeah, you know what? They went on their own terms.
Scenarios, but even so, Carne Inksada Fries were able to stay on top of it when they had the hold at the end there to take the game with whatever countermeasure Nightfall was about to do, because that shot did have a Zuka when they decided to go for a swim. But they did get caught in a pretty tricky situation, so it would have been really hard to get that Zuka out from where they were, let alone staying alive, so Carne Inksada Fries had a good lock on it to isolate that potential Zuka that could have possibly gotten Nightfall another penalty again, because there was a setup there about to happen for Nightfall. Carne Inksada Fries just was able to jump on it a little bit sooner this time so that the flip didn't happen at the end.
Yeah, that was really well prepared by Carne Inksada's Fries. They're shutting down that Zuka, making sure they don't have that entry tool that continuously able to cash out here. But hey, we're moving on to Tower Control Museum here, Devi, and one thing I will always say about Tower Control is there's only one pace and everyone has to match it.
Yes and no.
Yes and no, in a way. Well, you know what? The tower goes at one pace here compared to like every other objective.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to overstep it, but when it comes to a map like Tower Museum, if, say, you get an initial 3 down of the last one on the opposing plat, or it's a wipe, the other team almost like wants to push it like Rainmaker just so that they can lock out the enemy plat. So they're going to be faster than the tower by 100%. And then the tower ends up actually catching up on its own, and then they're the same pace. This is like the one map that has that exception, which is very interesting.
I never thought of it that way. You know what? That's very insightful of you, Debbie, honestly. Words of wisdom here. Write this down. Okay. We're getting in here to this match here, and Daching is switching to that range blaster for tower control. Okay. You know what? A common staple to see blasters in tower control. Let's see how well it plays out here.
We brought back in the Inksada player for the Dynamo, but bringing in a range blaster. Blaster is a very solid option for Tower Museum, specifically for after the second checkpoint. That's where things get a little tight, because you have a hard time reaching those people defending from like your side top left, or if you're the one pushing the top right. So the blaster can get a solid ground by just poking from underneath there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Blaster certainly has his ability to poke at awkward angles here, but hey, Jets are going to start popping out here, looking to get that pick here secured as that Tri-Slosher gets picked off, shutting down the supply of Cooler right now, as a Cooler gets popped on Carne Inksada here, along with the Crab here, as they look for an opportunity to move up here, but the tower is just going to stay there, Denver.
The tower's going to stay there, because what happened is it looked like that the ballpoint on Carne Inksada Fries was going for the tower, but just as they did, the Zuka called the shots and picked them off right at the top there. So then we saw going up the Crab, just trying to hold it. We see the Zap getting a nice pick with a bomb there, painting up, applying the Cooler, but we do see here is this flank. This is the one time that you always have to be careful of. Able to get that pick. Very nice job by this Tetris here. Getting traded back though. Carne Inksada Fries holding this first checkpoint. Looks like they should be able to get first checkpoint. There it is. And they do have a couple specials on the ready. We see the Inkjet appearing. Zuka also appearing. And the blasters underneath that ledge as well to keep people away from that right-hand side.
Oh my goodness.
They all just blew up.
Everything just blows up here, okay? Everything's just blowing up in their faces right now. I don't know what is happening. This is literally a minefield without the mines being on top in front of everyone here right now. But hey, the crab tank is going to be online here, and Carne and Inksada needs to be able to find a way to be able to stop Nightfall's push here, as they're pretty much set up on that middle spinner here and looking to push that tower forward. Right now, just a lot of members here holding on to their specials. Everyone has specials here. You get a special. I have a special. I'm going to zip cast. I'm going to go in here with this Tetris right now and distract that ball point, as T going in with this ball point, jetting one more time here, hopefully trying to push out that blaster here. But hey, the blaster does have cooler, is able to come back really quickly here. But hey, everything just gets popped in mid, and I can't tell half the things that are going on here, Debbie.
I love the timing of Oz Crab, and I know that he does this frequently, but this one in particular, like, he could have used it earlier, right, to stop special, but I think he was wary of the Inkjet and the Zipcaster from Nightfall and waited to pop it last after everybody on the map used their special, popped it last, and actually saved a potential push from happening.
Yep. Fantastic awareness there from
Oh, but look at this, Salty!
Oh.
Salty just moved in and got a quick double on the blaster and the zap right in the corner.
Yep, and once he gets hungry for more, wants some pepper with that salt, honestly, in that wound over there. But hey, Sayer has something to say about that with that ball point, setting up there on that spinner, making sure the Tetris don't get as much mileage off that. But no, Carne Inksada Fries is unfortunately going to falter, as multiple members are putting pressure on this platform right here, and is looking to secure more of this platform, as multiple Carne Inksada members are pushed back and looking to regain a lead here, as so many members are just putting their body on the tower and preventing anything from happening here. But no, the lead's gonna swap here, and Nightfall is going forward here and gonna continue their victory march.
Nightfall did a great thing here in actually punishing the initial rush from Dashing's blaster. Dashing dropped quite a bit early before they actually had follow-up on the left there, and as soon as that was punished, Carne Inksada Fries was put into a bit of stagger. Nightfall took advantage of that and was able to push back the checkpoint to get lead, because it is not easy to push up to that side versus a team with a lot of defensive options in their weapon pool right here. But they have the lead, got it to 20. It's a pretty solid spot right now. But we've seen Carne Inksada Fries come back from a point where they're behind after initial team fight win. But Galaxy here is going to say no to that. Able to go around the right side, getting one pick here, getting two, getting taken down, but is able to keep that advantage up for Nightfall, even though, oh wait, yeah, the cooler happened here too. So Cooler able to help get Carne Inksada Fries into position here, but Nightfall is giving them definitely a run here. They seem to be more like, which way are we looking right now, and how do we get this here? So they're running into more things than usual.
Wait, what? Did you see that? The cooler got popped underneath the spinner. It rotated and crushed the cooler, not allowing the end zap to be there or any of the teammates there. That unfortunate there for Carne Inksada, as they need to get this tower right now, as the time is ticking down here. There is 15 seconds left on this clock right now. Multiple members are riding this tower here. The crab is being popped right now, and members need to be able to secure these picks right now. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to keep that tower going here.
We see the ball point just holding onto the tower here while Oz moving in, trying to get a pick down underneath here. Looks like the tower is still alive. They're trying to hold this. They took the lead. They took the lead at the very end. Oh.
What the heck just happened there, Debbie?
A solid standing performance of taking kind of fights here and really holding their own. Like, the ball point held the tower there, kept the range. Well, we see make sure the potential flank doesn't happen, and actually went around the other side of the spinner. Here, it looks like the replay is going to show it now. So Asa, Salty come in from behind. We see Sawyer has this inkjet, but knows not to pop it, right? So they are going to be here, shoot ahead, while we see go in on the other side. So they take away the shots from the blaster that can go in, and then they 2v1 the one going for tower. One's coming up from behind, but now it's too late because they already took Galaxy out of play. They can 2v1 the one and hold the tower till the end. Oh, what a move.
God. That was so well played by Carne Inksada Fries. Like, oh my goodness. The pressure must have been insane. It must have been higher than the bottom of the earth right now. Just the amount of the tallest order to be able to push past the lead in the last 15 seconds was delivered, and met with all the success in the world because they were able to set up their members, patiently watch for those flanks right there and effectively set up there and allow the lead to swap there and allowed Nightfall to be the ones panicking at the end there.
Yeah, it was actually more of a panic in Nightfall's side, and it was kind of, they were looking pretty strong on the defense there too, and I didn't quite see how the turnaround fully happened here. I think it's about to show. Like, they had this one pick in the middle here, and I was like, oh, okay, and then here's the thing, you were talking about the cooler, and I didn't quite see how everything went down, so it looks like they were even down the blaster at the start, and Carne Inksada ended up getting an extra pick off there and going down. It even looked kind of tight because Nightfall actually had the advantage at the end there too. But just kind of got into it. And again, just I don't think Salty was expecting to turn around and jump on the flank. That was definitely huge. But plus that pinch at the end. But also I have to comment on Nightfall's initial lead retake in the middle of that game there. Like, that was some solid play by the Tetras, and then the entire team following up as well, punishing Carne Inksada Fry's blaster from going in there a little too early, and just catching them off guard for the rest of that initial push. So that was a good punish there by them.
Yeah, something I'm noticing about just Nightfall's comp in general is they have two very aggressive weapons with the Tetris and the Tri-Slosher, right? Being able to just find those opportunities to go in there, secure those picks, and then just completely shove the other side with specials once they get these side advantage, right? It's a very interesting comp, actually, because you have the ballpoint there to anchor as well. So it's a very interesting comp in the sense that, like, you can go in hard, but you need to be able to have your Tetris to follow up with by either creating a distraction or being able to tap people in the back for not paying attention at them.
Mm-hmm. You need to know who's gonna kind of either go in and be like that side mosquito while the rest can follow up, or just make sure we know which ones are going so that they can coordinate a pinch together. That's always kind of the toughest part with having those kinds of weapons on both sides. But here we are on Crab Leg, and both teams are keeping their Splatlings, because I like to call this map Kelpdom 2.0. And we see the 252s actually here as well. I just noticed that, and Octobrush making an appearance as well.
Oh yeah, Octobrush is a very interesting pick on this map in particular here, because, you know, you're able to roll on top of those grates, right? Have the Zip Caster to be able to go up into those platform areas, so you can kind of essentially skip the grates and push ahead of your team there and secure a little bit of space for them. But hey, right now it is a bloodbath in mid right here, as Nightfall secures two members of Carne Inksada as they look forward to be able to push up here. The V-Shot is trying to get this Octobrush out there, but no, the jump scare from Vine Knives with Ready is going to come out here and just completely shut them down as Ala pops his Crab Take along with that Zip Caster, and now Carne Inksada Fries is uncontested for this first checkpoint.
The patience from dashing there was huge. Just waited a split second for where the shot wasn't getting the aim there. And then the follow-up of specials from Carne Inksada Fries was amazing. We saw, like, the Zip Caster pop, the Crab followed up, and then there was another pick that happened in the middle there. It was huge. So now they get past this checkpoint, and they're able to go a little farther. It looks like the brush does get picked off. Looks like the splash gets picked off as well. Zuka is able to block, gets blocked by a wall by a single shot, and we see the ballpoint, of course, being patient here, which is good. The splash does come back in. The brush able to trade here, and they're just extending their lead little by little here, as now it is just the 52 and the Rainmaker, so it's just figuring out where they want to fully get this Rainmaker to. But I like how patient this Rainmaker is being right now, because they have the range. They don't have to fully go too far when they know that they don't have to, because they have great advantage right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, that having this entire grace area just to yourself, this Rainmaker is able to pop off here and just get two shots here and just move forward here all the way to 11 along with the wipeout. What the? This is insane patience here from Carne Inksada, and that patience is gonna pay off in dividends, as that's gonna be a full-on knockout, giving them a 3-1 advantage in this set here.
What a play right off the get-go when we saw the brush just take advantage of the shot. Carne Inksada Fries, even when they had actually a moment where two of them were down, the patience by the other two left alive was amazing. Like, Nightfall couldn't approach it because they had the range advantage with the Rainmaker shots, and it just, they couldn't really push it with anything except the ballpoint if they could get close, or the potential 52 wall if they could get it up there. But right at the end there as well, there was two pretty solid shots from the Rainmaker carrier there that got the Inkjet and one underneath of the Inkjet.
If there's a Rainmaker main, Sayer is certainly one of them, if I will say so. Being able to top a mid-air jet with the Rainmaker in your own hands is insane. And just the patience on this Rainmaker is what led to Carne Inksada being able to knock out here. You know, just having the pressure of the Rainmaker shots just already always up there, preventing the members of Nightfall being able to set up and pressure them effectively is just very strong and impressive right here. And even though they go down here at the end, their team members are alive here to get the wipeout and just securely and comfortably get the knockout.
Yeah, those picks there, plus dashing, still wreaking havoc in the spawn there, just allowed them to stay alive and get those picks right at the end. The brush really popped off there on that game as well on the front. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
Bravo to that.
Team,
yeah, just everyone had their good play there. And at the start, Nightfall looked like they had a solid idea. Like they were getting the picks, they were popping the specials there. And then just ended up getting collapsed on, and they just seemed to not really know how to recover from that one. They definitely had a scramble there with the panic approaching their mind, and you can kind of see it from how they were kind of moving around and all that. So Nightfall just kind of has to regain themselves, regroup, just kind of take a breath. Like, this is a scenario I know that people like don't want to be in, but Nightfall has proven that they can come back. They can fight Carne Inksada fries. They have to take a breather, recollect themselves, and do what they were doing at the start there, and just, you know, keep an eye on their potential times of when things truly matter and when Carne Inksada fries is gonna go. Because if they can catch that out and win on the counter attack, they'll basically put the same amount of pressure on Carne Inksada than you know, like vice versa, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Just, how do I say it? Both these teams are able to go neck and neck here. Like, that Spatsa's Barnacle game was more than enough proof that these teams are, relatively equal in skill, right? Mm-hmm. And are able to trade back and forth, right? They are able to scrap with each other and able to contest each other, right? However, once Nightfall just got put on the back foot there, Carne Inksada is really good at playing that patient game here and just waiting for that right opportunity, wait for something to happen to punish accordingly and move up here. And this is going to be extremely important here on Clan Blitz Eeltail Alley, a battle for the bridge.
What is this map mode?
What is this map mode? CCA tradition. That's all I'm going to say right here. I am legally obligated not to give any more information here.
Okay, but, hey, I won't ask questions, but this is kind of a map that's like, you know, the good old beginning days of S3 of this one. Like, clams on Eeltail is such a snap of the fingers. Like, as soon as you wipe out, the other team's already at the basket. And you have to prepare yourselves for it. It is that fast, but yet getting to the other side initially with everybody up is the challenge. So we'll see who can end up to pick off the first pawn here. And it looks like the ballpoint goes down from the Inkjet right off the get-go. That's 2. Nightfall showing that they are not ready to go down here and are taking down Carne Inksada fries off the get-go in a very solid burst start here.
They're hungry for some Carne fries indeed right now, as multiple members immediately just drop down there. But hey, Carne Inksada is able to hold their ground here with that crab tank coming out from Ah right there. You know, they have the Trizuka online here and going to look to flush that ballpoint out here, as Nightfall is scrambling to get a clam here together right now. Just very slow time just to be able to get that clam economy going through here, and Carne Inksada is going to be able to punish that by getting 2 members down here and looking to move up on top of the bridge here. As he said before, bridge is extremely important and allows you to just secure those pushes and just move up right now. But right here, it's just a bloodbath here in mid again, Debbie.
Yeah, Nightfall is just punishing everything on top here. Like, they'll get one down, go for the next. This map is so close quarters here, and Carne Inksada fries, as soon as one goes down, kind of the rest of the team is following, and we see that Ah here is trying to push a couple people back, but of course is having troubles because on the low ground compared to the high. We see the whale appearing as well. Looks like the Inkjet able to pick off another, and again, another 2 down for Carne Inksada. We see the ballpoint getting one, but it's a trade. And that was interesting play, but they scored.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe it was all a calculated play, you know? Put the reef slider out there. Pay a little bit underneath the basket here and delay the basket opening so your teammates are able to follow up here. And hey, it's going to net 65 at the end of the day, which is not a bad push here to start it off here. But hey, now Carne Inksada Fries is all set up on their bridge here. This crab is looking pretty with that inkjet also online and ready to be popped at any minute here.
Salty, you're being spotted. Salty is in a good position here now, able to get out, using that for cover. Very risky there. Just the burst bomb wasn't able to find it. Does end up getting picked off in the end in return for the zap. But again, 2 down for Carne Inksada Fries, and Nightfall is showing their power like they did for the first part of Scorched Clams. It seems like Nightfall's strongest mode right now has been proven to be Clams, as they are taking a lot of burst starts. They're winning a lot of fights for majority of the game. But remember, Carne Inksada Fries is a solid comeback when it comes to the last 30 seconds. So Nightfall will have to be prepared for that. And it looks like we see going in. It looks like 2 end up going down. There's a third that ends up going down in the switch here. But it looks like it was on the side of Carne that went down. And there's 2 power clams at the ready. It looks like Nightfall has respawned back. They're looking to try to get these ones down in middle here. 1 clam is initially scored. We see the inkjet out. That second one is scored. Lead is reclaimed, and we see 2 members just jumping down on the ballpoint and then tag teaming Salty. What a pair play there!
Wow, that was really organized push there from Carne Inksada. Just first getting up your crab up there, then getting up your ballpoint, and cycling up the specialist there just to be able to go through. Just really cracked against that splash wall right there. You gotta be careful with that. The Vizzy Balls are claiming lives out of here. What was it? Maybe we gotta have a dietary restriction on that and get the FDA involved. But hey, right here, right now, the basket's gonna be open one more time here from Carne Inksada as they set up on the top of bridge here, as Nightfall is put on the back foot once again and having a very difficult time to be able to push forward here. The Hail Mary Zuka shots are coming out here. Not gonna find anyone right now. But hey, this ballpoint here has that jet. It's going to be able to try and find someone right here, as 1 member already goes down from Carne Inksada, as they look forward to get even more here.
The NZAP playing a good job at retreating here, but not giving up space, is able to get the tri-slosher, but it looks like is followed up in return. The 2 clams are still alive. The reef slider's going to go in. They are going to pick off dashing from in the corner, so the reef slider able to get them in for the lead. That 3rd clam I think is in the middle right now for them. It doesn't look like it's all the way back. It is back in base? Okay, it looked like it was in middle for them for some reason. But anyway, they are able to get the lead off of the reef slider. It looks like the ballpoint is opting to pick up that other clam, knowing that the counter is just about down here, and it looks like 1 member does go down on Carne Inksada, but the crab able to get a pick down at the basket here, does know that the 52 is around right in front, does have to try to get this other pick. It looks like there's quite the fight. It looks like the splash did prevail to get the pick on the 52. The basket is open. Can they get the other clam in? They do!
And they do. Okay. No lead is safe against Carne Inksada Fries.
No.
That is something we have learned here far and well coming into game number 5 here, as Carne Inksada gets another breakaway towards the clam basket and is able to secure it this time around here.
The basket didn't eat it this time. Yay!
Yay!
They even got a fist bump.
Ooh, yeah, gotta fist bump your teammates once what was it? An incident like that doesn't happen once again here. You gotta be thankful for every single moment here. You know, Thanksgiving was recently happening here in the States, and all I gotta say is one of the things you gotta be thankful for is the clam basket not eating your power clams for dinner. Is all I gotta say. But hey.
Right. I keep forgetting that it was just recently a Thanksgiving in the States. Forget that. Canadian issues. But yeah, you were saying like no lead is safe from Carne Inksada Fries, and I even said it earlier. Like when it gets down to the last 30 seconds, oh boy, you better watch out.
It's now or never, and push comes to shove. Carne Inksada is ready to capitalize off any panic, any mistake that happens in the last 30 seconds there, and is able to snowball it into their favor to be able to score it in here. But hey, you know what? I gotta commend how the 400 IQ big brain play coming out from that Tetris there.
Yes.
Using the reef slider to counteract the person shooting back at them to be able to score it in there and delay the basket to allow their teammates to score more here. But hey, hey, these pushes here from both these teams were very significant and just being able to put a lot of points on the board here, Debbie.
Yeah, both teams really know how to do a solid coordinated push, especially for any mode. And on Clam Blitz, you don't really see it as often. Oh, there's that wall bomb again. I'm pretty sure that's number 2 we've cut on stream so far, is a wall friendly firing a teammate. But anywho, I gotta bring it back to Nightfall here. Nightfall had control of the majority of that game, though. Like, the amount of pressure that they had, they were staggering the specials, the Reef Slider was able to give them a solid way in. They had control of majority of the map there. It was just a fight in the middle there at the end that I think definitely turned them onto the side, and there was a crab play towards the end as well. That was able to pick off one, and then it was a Splash versus Gal fight on the side, and the fights were just won in the favor of Carne and Inksada. But Nightfall, throughout the majority of the game, though, had pressure on Carne and Inksada fries and had a pretty solid hold on them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just having this huge crab tank to set up on bridge here, threatening space, pushing people back, making people look at it, right, allows to these members of Carne just to be able to grab the power clam, notice the attention is not on them, it's on the crab tank, and just sneak right in and steal that lead right underneath Nightfall's noses.
I just noticed that T also, I believe there was a call out, like when the Splash won the fight against the 52, T actually repositioned with the ballpoint to look on the right where the Splash dropped and took away the extra range to block from under the bridge. What a distraction play after that as well. Like just that extra going away, and we saw Dashing just able to go in with that one clam, and then they were able to get that second one in at the end as well. But what a play at the end. But Nightfall, again, still shows that they have this power. It's just Carne and Inksada is able to take more of an advantage against it when it really matters.
Oh yeah, especially here. And I'm curious to see how both these teams are able to carry that forward to Flounder Heights Splatstones, because the last Splatstones game came down to the wire, if I do say so myself here. But hey, this is Tri-Slosher's playground at the end of the day, so I'm curious to see if Nightfall is going to be able to play a weapon to its fullest advantage when on a stage that's able to slosh to their heart's contents.
I can see that Neo try that they've had before can definitely show here. I'm very curious to see if Nightfall's actually going to bring their Dynamo out here. Because Carne and Inksada Fries is definitely bringing their Dynamo out here, unless if they're opting for Explo. But I can also see that Brush from Dashing appearing as well.
Oh yeah, just a lot of things work on Flounder Heights, honestly, and just a lot of short range stuff, like even like Octobrush, Tri-Slosher just is able to excel because it's able to use these flanks on the walls and be able to surprise people and just cover anyone who is on zone that isn't paying attention here. So it's super important for these teams to be able to watch their flanks, make sure they don't be able to go down that easily here. And a Tri-Slosher Nouveau is on both sides here, Debbie.
Yep, the Tri-Nouveau is appearing, and we can see that Carne and Inksada Fry is opting for more of the fall-off as well. They even have the Burst Bomb from the Splash there as well, able to follow up with a lot of this poke. But Nightfall here, a lot of the stuff that they have is going to work more above the map than underneath. So they might have a hard time if Carne and Inksada Fries catches them underneath, and we can see Dashing and teammates going in on these specials as they're going up on top, but they're attacking them from underneath. So they're able to win it for where their weapons work the most.
Absolutely. This Octobrush here is putting in the work right now, being able to secure 2 picks immediately and allowing Carne and Inksada Fries to be able to move up here. The Zipcaster is going to be popped here. Sneakily is sitting on the wall there to be able to catch anyone who isn't paying attention, but Galaxy just barely going to shrug off all that paint and come out on top right now. But hey, this is the difficult part about Flounder's zone. Once your zone is gone here and you have to get up your own ramp, this is the hard part here. Once you got through here and be able to get to your first zone, you would be able to stall it right now, but it's being very difficult right now for Nightfall to be able to break through here.
Dashing is just holding this side really well. Had a trade. We see try to go in to get a pick in a 2v1 down below. Loses this fight, unfortunately. We saw Strawberry up on top, but it looks like Strawberry got picked off by something earlier. I'm assuming that was the Inkjet that ended up picking off Strawberry. And we see that the zone is just about capped for Nightfall. They are very close. There we go.
There we go.
They got the penalty, but Carne and Inksada Fries is very close to just reclaiming their zone and getting into a place where they want all of their fall-off paint to be.
Oh yeah, for sure. This Dynamo is certainly trying to take advantage of that, along with the Octobus and the Tri-Slosher. This comp is literally built about just tossing eggs down towards people and just that aren't paying attention here. But hey, with the crowd take over here, pressuring 3 people on the zone right now and being able to help their team secure that final kill there and allow them to move up here and to set up on this ramp here once more.
I'd like to call this entire last 30 seconds a wonderful textbook case of, oh no! Well, there is a DC, but I don't know what the DC rules are here. But if they're standing rules, yeah, I was like, they should still count. So,
yeah, this still counts. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's below. What was it? They scored more than 50 points right here, and what was it? The timer is not even at that point here. But hey,
I will say there's a solid effort being put out on the zone right now, but is able to finally get capitalized on. But yeah, unfortunate DC here on the side of Nightfall when this game mattered the most for them too.
Yeah, this is the match point here, and it's
never
really
say never though. There could be a miracle play.
It could be a miracle. That Tri-Slosher warming up that wedge here. The Tarzuka's going to be popped here, being shot out, being able to try and take that crab, but it's not going to be enough here, Devi. And we got to give it to Carne and Inksada here for taking this last game here and securing their spot in grand finals of Division 2 CCA.
Oh my goodness. And I know that they definitely want to take it home this time because I believe they were runner-ups last season, if I remember correctly from watching last season. But taking a look at just kind of how this match went, Nightfall had one good spot to go through, and I think I got cut off when I was trying to explain my note of the last 30 seconds was a classic textbook of it was baiting and sheep herding is what it was. Is we saw Dashing was on like a bottom corner there below Strawberry and was going around, going up the wall and trying to bait somebody from Nightfall over to that corner so either the Brush would get it or Strawberry would get it with the Dynamo fall off. And then afterwards we saw Carne and Inksada Fries herd the 3 of them into the corner there where they back up into a wall and the crab just punished them. And it was just a solid textbook effort of putting them in a position that they don't want to be in. And of course that other one where they got backed all into the wall on bunker there really caused their demise.
Oh yeah, especially here. And just Carne really found the recipe here to succeed on flounder zones, right? Mm-hmm. What's better than good fall-off damage? More good fall-off damage here, right? That's the solution to most things in this game, I believe. But hey, right now, we got to see the excellent retake here from just being able to pop that crab tank, taking 2 people off the zone and assisting their teammates here. The cooler is popped as well, and the momentum here was insane here from Carne and Inksada, being able to set up on the ramp here. Right. Nightfall did have really good an opportunity to be able to push through and set up there, but unfortunately was not able to stabilize as Carne Inksada was able to break right back in with that Tri-Slosher coming back in the mid.
Mm-hmm. I do think that even with the 4 of them on Nightfall, they definitely would have struggled against Carne and Inksada Fries, just kind of going through. Like, they had that one good take back, and I think, like, Galaxy even had a solid move towards the end. We saw the shot able to come around for a potential flank around, and even in, like, when they had the DC, their shot from Nightfall there actually went around, was able to take down the Dynamo and even put some pressure onto the zone and potentially come around to, like, potential solo cap, but did get collapsed on not long after the Dynamo went down. So they did have potential comebacks, but they really would have had a hard time to take those zones for a long period of time. Because like I said, if they lost their fights above, if they had to go fight underneath, that would have been even harder for them. But Nightfall, again, even without the DC, like throughout all of these games, these were really close games. And it came down literally to the last 30 seconds. Like, it was that tight.
Oh yeah, for sure. Both these teams should be proud for making it this far, especially Nightfall, being able to come into semifinals of Div 2 of CCA. But hey, I think that's just odd. They're just throwing some invisible baseballs at the screen right now. Okay, you know what?
Cookie.
And okay. Hold up, basically just coming on here. I'm walking here. You know what? I'm just gonna throw baseball at that Inkling next time they come around. Just walk right into that wall, won't you? But hey, Debbie, as much as I'd like to see these Inklings just hang around here in the Flatlands here, where can the fine people on Twitch.tv find you?
You can find me in several places. The most common few is I have what I like to call new Twitter and old Twitter, at DeviDoovie, and then we've got Twitch at Devi_Doovie, Sometimes I have a little bit of YouTube content, also without the underscore at Devi Doovie. And then occasionally you can find me on Sundays and Tuesdays on the Squid School streams.
Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe I have to tune into some of those. Definitely have to keep up with you somewhere, somehow. But hey, if you guys are interested in where I am, I'm here, on Twitch and Twitter at Neptune with an underscore at the end there. There's a 2 instead of a TU there. But hey, thank you guys so much for watching here. And we'll be coming back at you with more CCA playoff matches coming up tomorrow, where we have more matches to stream here. But hey, in the finals, we're going to have Coastal Squid Surf and Carne Inksada here in Division 2, so please stay tuned, as that match will eventually be showcased to the rest of the world through CCA Twitch.